Welcome to the Deep Dive. We plunge into complex stories, pull out surprising truths, and really get to the core insights. Today, we're tackling a legend, the RMS Titanic. You know, that icon of early 20th century luxury engineering, famously unsinkable. We all know the basic story, the grandeur, the tragedy, how fast it all ended.
Right. And our mission here for you is to look past that familiar story. We're diving into the sources to uncover, the hidden design choices, the crucial mistakes, the human factors that really explain why it sank so shockingly quickly. Think of it as your shortcut to understanding the real reasons and the big lessons that actually changed maritime safety forever.
Okay, let's start with that unsinkable label. That was some bold marketing, wasn't it? It started as practically unsinkable, but pretty soon everyone just heard unsinkable. Didn't they even claim it could stay afloat for like 2 to 3 days if something really bad happened?
They absolutely did, which makes the reality just staggering. It went down in less than 3 hours. And this wasn't just, a simple error in calculation. It exposed these fundamental flaws. It was built on a tragically false idea, and the speed of it all just sent this huge shockwaves. It shattered that illusion of progress, that feeling that technology had conquered everything. It really felt like an end to an era of, maybe too much optimism.
And it was an incredible ship. Huge. Almost 900 feet long, 46,000 tons, the biggest thing afloat at the time. And the luxury, it even had the first ever swimming pool on a ship, but the core safety feature they talked about was its 16 watertight compartments, right?
Exactly. And here's where things get really interesting and, frankly, flawed. Those compartments, they were only watertight side to side horizontally. The tops were open, and the walls separating them. They only went up a few feet above the actual waterline.
Wait, open tops, how does that even work?
Well, it doesn't. Not in that kind of accident. Once the bow dipped down after hitting the iceberg, water just cascaded. It flowed right over the tops of those walls into the next compartment and the next. So the system designed to contain flooding actually ended up spreading it faster. A profound unintended consequence.
Wow. That's chilling.
And there's more. It's often missed that some of the original designer's ideas, Thomas Andrews, they got changed or cut. The ship went over budget during construction. So things like making those compartments fully sealed up to higher decks didn't happen as planned. It impacted the full completion.
So the very thing meant to save it helped sink it faster, partly due to budget cuts. Incredible. But it wasn't just the design structure, was it? What about the metal itself? The hull.
Yeah, this is another critical piece. The steel used for the hull experienced what we call brittle fracture. Think of it like this.
Yeah.
Modern steel, if hit hard, might bend or deform. The Titanic steel in that freezing North Atlantic water, it shattered, almost like broken china.
Shattered.
Tests on recovered pieces showed unusually high levels of sulfur and oxygen in